YouTube family, my name is Elysia English and welcome back to my channel. I have a super exciting video today. I got to team up with Cricut and today we're going to work on 5 really fun, easy projects that you can do using a Cricut Maker 3. You know that I love a good thrift haul and you know that I love to find things that I can turn that are trash into treasure, and so during today's video we're going to do just that. I'm taking 5 really well-loved items that I either found around the house or thrifted from the secondhand store, and we're going to give them new life using our Cricut Maker 3. Thank you so much to Cricut USA for sponsoring this video. Here are our 5 thrifted items. Too boring, way too dated, too dark and dingy, plain, well-loved. So you can see I had quite a challenge ahead of me, but I was able to turn these 5 thrifted items into these. Let me show you how. For project number 1, I tackled the very plain lamp that I picked up at the thrift store for only $5. I knew that my son needed a little lamp for his bedside table, but we didn't want to leave it just the way it was. So using the Cricut Maker 3, I was able to find on the Cricut Design Space a very simple Aztec pattern to be able to duplicate using the Design Space, and created this really neat banner that went around the base of this lamp. How cute is this lamp? It definitely gave it the character that it needed. It was fast and easy, and I used very little vinyl to do a huge impact. What a refresh. For this project, I'm going to use some white removable vinyl, and I'm going to use the Smart product, which means I can cut using the Cricut Maker 3 without a mat. Makes it super simple, and this way you can actually cut longer durations of vinyl rather than the smaller versions of just say the 12" by 12". So this gives you way more possibilities for being able to make an even longer image if you're going to make a large sign or something. So we're gonna head to the Cricut Maker 3, and using the Design Space, I was able to come up with an Aztec design to be able to put onto the lamp. Now that we have the image cut out on the Cricut Maker 3, we're going to weed out everything that we don't want to see on the lamp. It's tricky to see when you're using the white vinyl, but don't worry, you'll get the hang of it really quickly. With the help of my Cricut tools, I'm going to take away all of the background, and you'll see what I mean, how it's going to leave the image that we actually want to see on the lamp, because we're going to transfer this vinyl on to create the pattern design that we're looking for. So here's the pattern that we've done that was in the Design Space, ready, already made for us. Next step is to use some of the Cricut transfer tape. This is a really clear sticky grid that you'll be able to transfer this image easily onto the lamp. And if I was going to just peel this off with my fingers and stick it on, I would probably lose some of the orientation of the sticker and it would be a big mess. So this is a really helpful tool to be able to make transferring this really simple. Place it down on the image that I want to transfer, and then use my pressing tool to be able to do front and back, helping it grip onto the transfer tape. And there I've picked up the vinyl image that I want to put on the front of the lamp. So the plug's at the back, so this will be the front part of the lamp that we'll be facing. And I'm going to pick the center of this bottom area of the lamp to be able to stick it on. And I can press it around, carefully peel off my transfer tape. So cute. Okay, I love the way that that turned out. And so now I'm going to add another one to each side, working my way around the bottom of the base. And that will give us this Aztec, more of a boho style that we're looking for the lamp for the accent for my son's nightstand. I think being able to use this image really gave this lamp the character that it really needed. So fast, so easy, and really I use very little vinyl to be able to give this so much of the vibe that we're going for his room. I really took a really boring lamp and made it super cute. I can't wait to show him. So we were able to take that super dated frame that was really plain and had an image on it that just didn't suit the vibe of what we were going for, and we were able to make a piece of wall art for our new laundry room space. I think it turned out super cute. This old frame is definitely not the vibe that we're going for in our house, and since we're working on a laundry room renovation, I thought it would be really nice to be able to create a laundry guide. So I headed to the Cricut Design Space where I was able to find a template already made for me that had all of the little symbols so I would know all of those secret laundry symbols that are always a mystery on the tags of your clothes. And we could have it as a cute art to be able to put on our counter in the laundry room. So I cut out using a permanent vinyl. And because we're doing an upcycled project, I thought aside from just using the old frame here, they would also take a piece of canvas that was off of an old framed canvas piece, and I turned it over to keep the more natural looking side. I'm going to put the vinyl onto that instead of using a paper or cardstock in the frame. I thought it would look more linen-y and then be more laundry vibe in the end. So I'm going to weed out again all of the items that we don't want to see on the vinyl, leaving everything that I want to transfer onto the canvas. Our laundry guide is all cut out and it's ready to be transferred onto the canvas. And because I haven't cut this to the shape of my frame yet, I'm going to put it in the center of the canvas. Again, using the transfer tape because I'm not going to move these with my fingers. This is going to make this so much easier. So we're saying goodbye to the really dirty, old, outdated animal print that was in here, and we're gonna update it using our new laundry guide. And so I wanna make sure that the glass is super clean, and I'm going to use it as a template to know where I'm going to cut my canvas so that I can encase it into the frame. We're going to clean everything up. And there we have our laundry guide for our new laundry room. For project number 3, I tackled the really boring and very outdated jewelry box. I thought this would be so cute on my bedside table, so I headed to the Cricut Design Space monogram maker to be able to add this custom design to the top. I decided to do the yellow to match the interior of the crushed velvet vintage look that it had, and now I have a little storage system to be able to put some of my jewelry on my nightstand. First step is cleaning and painting to give an updated color on the exterior of the jewelry box. Then I'll be able to customize it using the Cricut Maker 3. Using the Cricut Design Space monogram maker, I was able to make a really cute initial monogram of my first initial E to be able to put on the top of this jewelry box, included with a really cute little floral wreath that I think is going to add that little yellow accent to match this crushed velvet on the inside of this little thrifted box. I took a little piece of sandpaper and distressed it after painting and giving it a really good clean. I think it's so cute, but it needs a little personalization, which is why the Cricut Maker 3 will be amazing for this project. So I used some smart stencil, that Cricut product that they have here, to be able to make stenciling that much easier. So for this project, we're going to weed out the parts that we want to see on here when I do the yellow paint. So for the example, I want to see my E, so I have removed the piece of stencil insert from the middle of the E, because then when I stencil this and use this material as a stencil, I'll be able to see the parts that I want. There were a bunch of different designs that I could choose from for little wreaths or accents to put around my monogram on the monogram maker, but I thought this one would be really cute on my bedside table to be able to put my ring in. There's my design already, and I'm going to use the Cricut transfer tape, just like our other projects, to transfer this image onto the top of my box. Now using a makeup sponge and some acrylic paint, I'm going to stencil on the image. For project number 4, I was able to take a plain blank thrifted pillowcase and turn it into a really cute pillow for our couch with a phrase. This was so much fun to make, and the possibilities are endless. So heading to the design space, I was able to find a platform that was already ready for me, and then I was able to just send it to cut. When using the Smart Iron-On vinyl, you want to use the shiny side down in your machine. When using the Smart Iron-On in the Cricut Design Space, make sure you mirror your image. It's super important because what you're going to do is weed out all of the dull side that you don't want to see on your vinyl here. I'm going to remove everything that I don't want to have on my pillow. Now I have everything weeded out, and I'm going to flip it over and place it onto my pillowcase where I want it to create my design. I'm going to use my heat press mat to put it underneath my project. It's actually the perfect size for this piece I'm working on. And if you're working on a larger project, you can use something like your Easy Press, which is this larger press here, or if you're working on a smaller project, you can use the Cricut Easy Press Mini. For project number 5, I tackled a very well-loved outdoor table. I wanted to give it a little bit of a boho vibe, and so using the Design Space, I found the perfect image to add to the top of our table. I'm gonna spray this with a clear coat now to ensure that our really neat pattern stays on the top. Working on this outdoor table, I headed to the Cricut Design Space to find a very bohemian style image that I could put on the center of this table. I was able to find a round image that had a sun and a moon image on it. I'm going to put it onto the center of this table just to give this really plain table some character. And so what I'm going to do is weed out everything that I am wanting to see on paint because I'm using the Smart Stencil Vinyl. I have the design all weeded out and I'm ready to use it as a stencil. So I'm going to transfer it onto the tabletop. So satisfying, and look at how crisp this Smart Stencil makes the lines with the paint. Amazing. How cute is that? hope that you enjoyed today's video. We were able to tackle 5 really fast and easy upcycled projects using items from the thrift store or well-loved items that I found at home. I think if you look around your own space, you could find items that you could refresh using a Cricut Maker 3. I went to the Design Space where I was able to use the free program that comes with your machine to be able to find designs that were already made for me. If you're not a super creative person, don't worry, the Design Space has your back, but also allows you to be a little more creative and design some of your own things as well. All of the designs that you saw in today's video I found free on the software program. Thank you so much to Cricut USA for sponsoring this video. We always love working with Cricut and it's one of our absolute favorite sponsors. We hope that you will go and check out the link below in the description and get your own Cricut Maker to do your own DIY projects. I love you, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.